Just when you think this country couldn't get any more anti-British or more racially pro-bias, what do you think happens? We get more anti-British and more racially pro-bias. I'll give you two examples what's happened the last couple of days. We'll start off in Greenwich in London, an award-winning fish and chip shop. Man's owned the shop 20 years, being voted the best fish and chip shop in London. So to celebrate this, there's a mural painted on the side of the wall of his shop. This consists of a fish draped in the Union flag, the Union Jack. And believe it or not, local ward councillors for Greenwich say this is not appropriate, doesn't fit in with the area. Now, this is our capital city. The Union flag is known all over the world, and you've got local councillors, members of the council, saying it's not appropriate for the area. But on the other hand, you've had about 10 to 15,000 terrorist flags up, people supporting child murderers, decapitating kids, women murderers, rapists, dragging women around the streets, tied the backs of cars dead. There's up to 10 to 15,000 of these being flying about in London since basically October, not a word said. And a local man flies the Union flag, well, has the Union flag on his mural, and it's got to be covered up. Now, for me, it's just my opinion, the majority of local councils in London are very heavily Muslim influenced. And the majority of these who's in these positions, as far as I'm concerned, they want to push their causes, the Islamic causes, before Britain, before our laws. That's just my opinion. That's how I see it. How can you have 10 to 15,000 terrorist supporting flags flying all over London, not a word said? Now, it appears to me the only time these people want to be British is when they're getting the free housing, the free doctors, free healthcare, the free dentists, free education for the kids, prioritised in the housing lists of local councils, basically being paid not to go to work, not paying poll tax if they've made a religious room in the house. It's the only time they want to be British. They don't adopt the British culture. They want to impose their culture, and they're being left to their own to do it. The whole establishment from the government down is septic, and they've left the British working class people paralysed in this country. Can't move, can't do nothing, can't say nothing. Now, this is how I see it. Anybody who's come to this country and integrated and worked and appreciates the freedom and the privileges that they get in this country for being here, that's all fine. I've got no problem with that. But these who want to enforce their cultures, their laws, their ways on our cultures, before our cultures, which they obviously do, we don't want you here. Nobody wants you here. Just leave, go to an Islamist country and see what freedom and see what privileges you get in an Islamic country. But you just won't go there, will you? The Union Jack should be allowed to be flown anywhere on any building in this country, any religious building, the Union Jack and the flag of St George. This is Britain. And like I say, if you don't love it, leave. because the majority of the people in this country, people who come here and want to change our ways and impose our cultures, we don't want you here. The silent majority, the Brexit vote, the biggest vote, we don't want you here. So if you don't like it and if you're not happy, go to an Islamic country. It's as simple and it's easy as that. Now, get back to this mural that this fella's had painting on the side of his shop, hard-working lad. 2 or 3 days later, there's a painting put on a gable end in Islington, in North London, of this Banksy fella. Now, to me, they say it's a masterpiece, it's this and it's that. To me, it looks like a painting that could have been done by a five or 6 year old kid painting by numbers. To me, it's crass, it's crap. That needs covering up before Union Jack does. But it won't happen, especially under the leadership and the guidance of London, of the sepsis of London, in my opinion, Sadiq Khan. Now, the Muslim people are in the middle of Ramadan, or it might have just started. Not really sure, I'm not really bothered. But what I am bothered about today, King's Cross, on a big electric board, went up, in Islam, all sinners should repent. Now again, this is a Christian country, and we, the majority, the silent majority, were not interested in Islamic messages being put up on platforms on our train stations. You're supposed to come here, integrate, and be English or British, wherever you're living. Like I said, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you don't want to be part of us, you don't integrate, you want to impose your ways, we don't want you here. Go away. Go to an Islamic country, you're not wanted. That's the facts. This treacherous government, I can't believe how they're just sitting back and let this happen. To me, it's just for pushing and aggravating the working class people of this country. That's how I see it. That's my opinion. I couldn't care less who likes it and who doesn't like it. I'd like to know how much the sepsis of London, Sadiq Khan, has spent on lights and decorations for Ramadan, because I'll tell you one thing, it'll be 10,000% more he spends on St George's Day on the 23rd of April. So keep an eye on that one. Like I say, there's going to be a big gathering in London on the 23rd of April of Patriots. Let's see the coverage and let's see the hostility they get going to London to celebrate our patron saint. It'll be a lot different to these terrorists supporting parasites walking through our streets, supporting child killers and women murderers and rapists. You just watch and wait and see. And for the record, since the beginning of March this year, there's 1,400 of these young men, fighting age, unchecked, unvetted, parasites in my eyes, came across in these Trojan horse dinghies. And still they'll keep coming, and still this treacherous, septic government will keep accepting them. Like I say, it won't be long before the army's on the street, because the police will not be able to cope when the chaos hits the streets of Britain. And it's coming a lot sooner than what people think. I'll leave you with that, people. If you've liked it, all well and good. If you haven't, I couldn't care less.